Joan, are you there?
Yes.
Joan,
Yes, ma'am.
my flight was delayed. I got home 12:30 last night.
Oh no.
This morning. What time did y'all leave?
It's 6 o'clock.
What time you get home?
1:30.
Oh, okay. Wow. They kept working on the plane. That's about work on it as long as you need to, but good grief. It left. We were scheduled to leave 5:20, but we didn't leave until like six something. Yeah. But anyway, it was a safe trip, thank
As
God.
long as it was safe.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, we're ready to begin the Rules Committee meeting. Those committee members are McKittrick, Fusco, Amobian, Connor, and Davis. We have all committee members present except for Councilwoman Davis. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Clerk Viviano. I'd like to call the Rules Committee to order. We have some previous minutes to approve. If I could get a motion and a second.
Motion to approve, second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Okay, we have a piece to come before us. It saddens me to read this, but it's a resolution expressing appreciation to Samuel DeShazer for his service to the city of Akron as councilman for the First Ward and declaring an emergency. You know, it's been an honor to work with Sam. I worked for the city previously, and I watched his work over the years, and he's a hard worker. He's dedicated. He's a man of honor. He's a man for the people. He's a man for the city, and he has worked his entire life here in Akron doing nothing but try to improve the city for everyone who lives here in the region. So I'm greatly appreciative of my time that I've been able to work with him on city council as well, to get to know him a little better. But I'd like to open it up to my colleagues. Any committee members? Councilman Fusco?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I was trying to quantify, and Sam, I don't know if you've done that or not, but your time with the Chamber of Commerce and the city of Akron, I wonder how many people, how many families benefited from your work. Politicians like us that sit around here, like mayors, we get to go out and cut ribbons and maybe have one or two meetings with developer types. But at the end of the day, you're one of the closers. You're one of the guys that makes it happen, truly makes it happen. And even, you know, all the traveling, a lot of people I recall back in the day was, oh yeah, well they get to go to Germany or whatever, they get to do this and blah, blah. Yeah, and I remember we measured that under Plisquelic. It was 2011 or 12, I think. We measured that, and the return on investment that the citizens of Akron had in terms of those travels and in terms of, you know, what bringing jobs here to the city of Akron from beyond our borders, the closer. I didn't even think of that comment or that term for you till now, my friend. And I've been fortunate enough to know Sam for maybe longer than a lot of folks around here. We used to work together back in the day whenever he was with the chamber, and I would think I was on council, and I used to call him all the time and bug him for data. I would call and say, "Hey Sam, what's the warehouse rental market in this area?" You know, and sure enough, boom, just like that, I'd have the information. Always gracious, always professional, and whenever for the short time that I was mayor, I learned real quickly: don't follow Sam. Okay? Because if he speaks first, you can't match up because he's so eloquent and he's so, I mean, he's just an outstanding speaker. And it would be interesting, Sam, if we could look at and measure that. I guess that's from my appraisal days too. How many families, how many businesses, how many, you know, Akron is, you know, you say it sounds cliche, but, you know, we are in such a better place because of you. Thank you for everything, my friend, and I know we're still going to talk and we're still going to be friends. I know that. I just wish it was, you know, in this chamber for the next few years. But thank you, Sam, for everything, my friend.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Jan Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. There's so much I could say about Sam. But I just want to thank him for his dedicated service toward one in the city of Akron. I knew of Sam, but I didn't know him until I began to serve on city council. And he is a man of integrity. His knowledge is unmatched. And your presence on this city council is absolutely going to be missed, Sam. I wish you well in your future endeavors. I have no doubt in my mind that you will be great at whatever it is that you do. And I'm going to step out of my comfort zone and say the city of Akron really needs you back, okay? Maybe not in the capacity that you were in, I don't know. But a man with your knowledge and your not just Akron or national reach, but a global reach, that's unmatched. Sam, I wish you well during this holiday season. I thank you for your service and Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilwoman. Councilwoman Amobian.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I can't see Sam. I'm sure he's there somewhere. But Sam, I wanted to thank you for the service on council. I have known you during your time as part of the administration of Don Pasquale, but I also know you as an Alpha man. So I know that you are in the community doing good work with the Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. So we thank you for your service, and I know you will continue to serve this community and continue to do good things. So wish you well. I'm sure I'll see you around. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilwoman Connor.
Thank you so much. I recently had the pleasure of getting to know Sam since he came to council. I knew of him, but now I've had the opportunity to work with him. And aside from all his great knowledge globally, locally, business-wide, I really want to talk about his kindness. He is actually one of the kindest people I've met. He'll go out of his way to help you. He never has a bad word to say about anybody. And in this era of when people talk about neighborhood and being a good neighbor, but necessarily are not, it is such a pleasure to know such a kind soul. So you will be missed, but I hope we get to stay in touch.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Other council members? Councilman Bolden?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Sam, we just talked briefly for a short minute out there about getting to know each other, how we kind of knew each other, but we didn't, and got to know each other very well. I have known of your work. I've known of what you've done, but I didn't know you as a person and as a friend, and that is something that really hit me, is the person you are, the way you take interest in everyone you meet, and care about those that you meet. I look at what you've done business-wise. There is, as it's been said, there is no one on this council that has the wisdom and the pulse of this city on the business side as well as you do right now. I think what you brought to this council, the knowledge, the wisdom, the years and years of service and bringing businesses to our community, that is huge, and it's going to be missed. I'm going to miss your wisdom there, but I'm going to miss your wisdom in just every other thing that comes up. The way you handle things with grace, good, bad, and different. I know there's times I've said something and I get kind of angry, and you say something and you're just calm, and you said that's the way it is. And I just am impressed with you. I want to be more like that. I am going to miss you. I think, I know this city, this council will miss you. This city will miss you. And we need you here to bring business, especially at this time. We need your background. The other thing that I'm really going to miss is your knowledge and of the history of this town. And pretty much every town, I think, in the city. It's fascinating to talk with you. Every time I walk away a better person. And I'm going to miss you, my friend.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Tina Boyce.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I've had the opportunity to know Sam over a couple decades, actually, now that I think about it. My 13 years at Akron Community Foundation, then another 5 years doing community development, economic development on a small scale, and now sitting down the aisle from you here at City Council. I just want to thank you for, I don't know that I'm going to add anything to this because so much has been said and it's very true. Your calm voice, but also your ability to pinpoint the heart of the matter. I think that's important. Sometimes we get, sometimes swayed by the way things are said or, the way people have done things, and you're very good at getting to the heart of the matter. And I think that's important during a time of lots of noise, nationally and locally. But I just want to remark that it's not 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, it's 6 degrees of Sam DeShazer. I think you are related to everyone I think you have a connection to Wadsworth, Ohio, where I used to live. You have a connection to musicians, movie stars, people across the country and also now nationally. So just want to thank you for being such a people person, Sam.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Johnny Hanna.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think everything has been said that I wanted to say, Sam. I want to thank you for sharing your knowledge with me, and I really have enjoyed being a part of your life. I know you went through some hardships, and I went through that with you, and I prayed for you. And so I know you're going to reach higher grounds. This is not the end. This is just the beginning when you leave City Council. And I know you will do well wherever you go, you will be doing the things that God wants you to do. And I pray that you continue to keep the city of Akron in mind and also just look up and look ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Lombardo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Sam, I just want to say I really loved working with you. Gonna miss you a lot. You do have a good heart. You got a heart for the people, and I know you'll do well wherever you land, and you're just going to be missed. So appreciate everything you've done for me, and good luck to you.
Thank you, Councilman. I think we've gone around the shoe here, so if somebody would bring forth a motion for suspension of the rules. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. Hopefully we... Pardon me? Sam, would you like to say a few words, sir? Maybe this evening. Okay, very good. All right. Okay, there's nothing further to come before rules. We will be adjourned. Thank you.
Our next committee today is the Public Service Committee. Those committee members are Kamer, McKittrick, DeShazer, Bolden, and Lombardo. We do have all committee members present. Whenever you're ready, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Sarah. Yes, I'd like to move forward and call the public service meeting to order, please. All members are present, and we do have minutes to approve, please.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, well, thank you. Since I'm participating via Zoom, I'm going to ask Sarah to please read in the legislation we have, and we can move forward.
The first item in public service is number 12. It's an ordinance authorizing the mayor or his designee to apply for and, if awarded, accept and expend grant funding from the Akron Metropolitan Area Transportation Study and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Sarah. And I do see we have our Service Director, Chris Luddle, with us. Chris.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members of committee. This is our annual AMATS application, and as stated, this legislation will allow us to apply for funds, and if awarded, we accept those funds. So the projects this year that we are applying for, this monies will not come available till 2030. So we'll find out with these funds, but we will not be able to start these projects. But just to give you some highlights of this money that we're applying for is we're looking for a full improvement of Waterloo Road from Allendale all the way to Arlington. So that's removal of all pavement, subsurface, and rebuild that road. It's the resurfacing of East Exchange Street from Fountain to Market. The last project ended there at Akron U, so this resurfacing project will be the rest of East Market all the way to, the rest of Exchange to East Market. Another resurfacing project that we're asking for is Lakeshore Boulevard from South Street to Ira. And then we are looking for some funds in this grant for the Akron Peninsula Trail that was designated when we did the Riverwoods project. And the other is the Rubber City Heritage Trail, Phase 4. So that's what this legislation will allow us to apply for. With that, I will take any questions.
Thank you, Chris. Committee members, do you have any questions or comments for Chris Little today? I don't see any. Any other council members? All right, Chris, what are you looking at for this?
Actually, with the timing of this grant, sir, if we could suspend the rules, we'd appreciate it.
Sure. Committee?
So favorable motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
All right, thank you. All in favor of suspension of rules, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, thank you. Moving on to the next piece, Sarah.
Item number 13 is an ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Service or his designee to enter into a contract or contracts without the formality of publicly advertising for bids with Core and Main LP for the purchase of curb meter pits and related parts and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Sarah. Chris?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Yes, we do this from time to time. We purchase these parts for curb meter pits in the water distribution department. And what these curb meter pits and related parts will be for is either new construction, if someone's going to put in housing development or a commercial property. They are responsible to purchase all the related parts to install not only the water mains on new projects, but the services in each individual, whether it's a building or it's an individual house. So by doing this, we will sell these related parts back to those developers. We'll recoup all our funds for these projects, and that way we make sure that the developers are using everything that's related to our system to be compatible in the future for maintenance down the road.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Any committee members have any questions or comments for Chris about this one? I don't see anyone. Chris, what are you looking at for this piece?
Consent's fine.
All right. Committee?
Motion for consent.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for consent. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, thank you. Moving on to the third piece, please.
Item number 14 is an ordinance ratifying the actions of the Director of Public Service or his designee in contracting with Wingfoot Rental and Development Company, Incorporated for the emergency repair of the water main near the intersection of East South Street and Grant Street and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Sarah. Chris?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. Back a few months ago, we had a pretty sizable water main break at the intersection of South and Grant. Pretty much blew up the road. It was a 24-inch PCC pipe water main, which is a pre-stressed concrete cylinder pipe. And what it did when it did break, it also broke the storm sewer that was adjacent to it. So we did the depth of the pipe, and the extent of the water main repair. We hired a contractor to fix both. They actually had to take out about 70 feet of pipe and install new pipe. And then they had to fix that broken sewer main at the same time. So this, they did restore the road. The project's, it's been complete for quite a while, but this, we finally got the receipt or the invoice from them. We've gone through it to make sure all the quantities and all the work was done in compliance, and this is to pay the contractor.
All right, thank you. Committee members, any concerns or questions in regards to this one? No? Okay, is consent okay, Chris?
Yes.
All right.
Motion for consent?
Second?
All in favor of consent, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, thank you. We do have one more piece, Sarah.
Item number 15 is an ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Service or his designee to enter into a contract or contracts without the formality of publicly advertising for bids with S3 Technologies LLC for the provision of workplace engagement and communication solutions and training and declaring an emergency.
Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate that. Chris.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of committee. Yes, we currently use S3 Technologies as our communication backbone on what HR does every day. And you see some message boards around this building. And what we are going to do out at our Public Works facility, there'll be 12 message boards around that facility. And also will be tied into our snow and ice cameras and our message boards there. So our employees can stay connected with everything HR is doing. We'll be able to offer training with these message boards. They'll be able to get on their workday on some individual stations out there, and they'll be able to input, they'll be able to look at their time tracking, their payroll, but also the biggest thing is just keeping them updated on everything that we're doing here at the city, their benefits package. Right now, we're going through the whole thing with spousal sign-offs, and there'll be explanations on there. But if HR wants to do a training, instead of setting up out there, we'll be able to go into one of the conference rooms. These will be in the break rooms, and we'll be able to offer that training right through the message boards. Another thing with these message boards we'll be able to do to our employees is just updates. So when we get into snow and ice and we're into a 3 or 4 or 5 day event, obviously our equipment sometimes breaks. So it goes over to motor equipment. Fleet management will be tied into these message boards. So not only the supervisors or the foreman, the employees can look and they'll say, okay, truck so-and-so, it's back up, it's off the repair line, it's ready to go back into service. Because right now, when we switch shifts, a lot of times those supervisors got to call over to motor equipment. Maybe that mechanic went home for the day. What happened to that truck? Oh, it has been fixed. Now they'll be able to see it right on the board. That's just one of the simplest things that we'll be doing with these, plus all the other technologies to keep our employees up to date on what's going on in the city. So, I mean, being out at Triplet, they're a little separated, right? But this will bring downtown to them and save a lot of the communication back and forth with phone calls. And it is a 5-year agreement.
All right, thank you, Chris. Any questions or comments? No, don't see any. All right. Chris, is consent okay for this one, or?
Yes.
Okay. Committee?
Motion for consent.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for consent. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, we'll put that on the consent agenda. That was our 4 pieces of legislation, and nothing else. We are adjourned.
Our next committee today will be the Public Safety Committee. Those committee members are McKittrick, Kamer, Lombardo, Hannah, and Davis, and we'll get started in just a moment here. Okay, we're ready to begin the Public Safety Committee. Again, those committee members are McKittrick, Kamer, Lombardo, Hannah, and Davis. We do have all committee members present whenever you're ready, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Clerk Biviano. I'd like to call the Public Safety Committee to order, and we have previous minutes to approve. If I could get a motion and a second.
So move.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor to approve the minutes, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank you. We have a piece that's on the regular agenda. to come back before us here. It's an ordinance authorizing the mayor or his designee to enter into a renewal of the agreement with the County of Summit for the provision of direct indictment services and declaring an emergency. We have our law director, Deb Matz.
Our direct indictment contract with the Summit County Prosecutor's Office expired on December 31st of 2024. So I have been working on trying to get a new contract in place. We still do not have a contract for 2026. For 2025, I would like to be able to renew the 2024 contract under those terms and conditions and that price so that we can pay the prosecutor for work that's been done. And in the meantime, I will continue to work with them to try and achieve a 2026 contract.
Thank you very much. Do we have any questions from any committee members or any council members? Any other members? Okay. Because of the time constraints and what's going on, I imagine this should probably be passed pretty quickly.
Yes, please.
Okay. If I could get a motion for suspension of the rules with a favorable report.
I'll make the motion to suspend the rules with a favorable report.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for suspension of the rules with a favorable report. All in favor, state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, very good. We'll get that
Thank you very
before
much.
council this
I
evening.
appreciate it.
Thank you. We have nothing further to come before for public safety. We will be adjourned. Thank you.
Our next committee meeting today will be the Budget and Finance Committee, and it will begin at 3 o'clock. Those committee members are Lombardo, Amobian, Fusco, Boyes, and Bolden. Again, that's the Budget and Finance Committee, and it will begin at 3 o'clock. Thank you.